Welcome guys, in this video we're going to talk about passing some variable number of arguments into a function. So we will take a look at the params keyword. Alright, crank up Visual Studio, let's write some code. So I have my code down below for reference. I'll type it. So using system, let's make a namespace here. So namespace console application 195. Okay, so now I can say public class program. That's sufficient for our purposes, like that. Alright, so let's take a look at the code. Let me just delete the stuff that I have. Alright, that's awesome. So now I'm going to type public static void, and you're going to say param example like this. That's the name of our function. Int c, comma, and then you're going to say params object like this, and then the name of it is x like this. Okay. So we are using this because if you want to pass, for example, some variable number of arguments, this is good for that, right? Because the params keyword indicates that you can pass in an array of arguments of a different number. There you go. And the first one is the integer c. Right, so within that we'll just display it. So you can type console.writeLine and c by itself. And then we can use a for loop or a for each loop. So we'll go with a for each. I really like those more. And then here you'll say, no, here you're going to have to type the word object like this, okay? So for each object within this array, okay? So for each object, say O and X like this. That's the code so far. We'll just display it also. You'll say console.writeLine, and then you'll say the value stored is, and then you'll say here comma, and then you can say O, close it with a semicolon. There you go, so this will display. There you go. Great, so now that we have in place, let's delete this code. Now, how do we make use of this? Well, this is what you're going to type. Type static void main. You don't need the args always, as I've shown previously. Okay. And now you're going to call us. So you can type program dot param example shows up in IntelliSense like that. Specify, for example, 4, 1, and that'll work perfectly well. What about, you can also do this now. Take a look. Program.param example. Let's try that again. Program.param example, and then 1, comma, and then pass in a string, such as, for example, string example here, and then pass in a character like this one. Okay, and then some number. That's the decimal, right, with the m at the end. And let's also do a console.read key. There you go. Read key will read a key and close the program. Alright, so here, this is our code, simple enough. And the params keyword indicates you can pass in an array of all kinds of data. You see this? All kinds of stuff that I'm passing in there. So let's go debug and step into here. Let's observe the behavior. See whether this will work. There you go. It's going to take you there, correct? And notice that here, expand this. We are inside the body of param example. On the X, if you expand that, you see there's one index 0. And it stores the value 1. The 4 here, that you see that I've just highlighted, that's just passed in as an integer like this. Okay, integer c equals 4, as you can see. So now we will display. Okay. In this case, obviously, this will run one time. And after that, there's nothing else. But now it's going to come to this one, come up here, and now if you expand X, remember now we are back within the body of param example. As you can hear, see index 0 stores a string. You see that? And then a character and then a decimal, you see? So even, it says object. It is an object. Everything is an object of some kind. But there are more specific data types attached. There you go. So it recognizes those just from these arguments. See? There you go. And now we'll use the for each loop to step through the body, printing. And then it waits for some input. And there it is. You see the value stored as 1. And the value stored as a string example, A, the character A, and then some number with decimals. Okay? So know this from memory. There you go. So what you've learned is the params keyword. How to pass a variable number of arguments to a function. And you've also learned that this object here, everything essentially is an object. And that's why when you think about it, because this thing in advance is not aware of whether you're going to be passing a number, string, or a boolean, for example, or some more complex structure. It goes with object. That's the type here, as you can see, of the array. Okay, because object is the most general one. It's the parent class of the root of the whole hierarchy, both here and in Java, from what I remember. So everything is an object. Everything can be treated like an object. That's why this works. Okay, and that is it. So thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you in another video.